Hi, I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. Today I'm going to show you how I changed a punch needle project from having punched elements to having three-dimensional elements. Let's get started. I took the pattern for these gnomes. This one has a big snowflake and some little snowflakes. This one has a string of lights. This one has a candy cane. I drew the designs on the weaver's cloth without the embellishments and I punched them plain. And I just went ahead and punched over those places where the embellishments would have been. And then I went to the store and looked for things to use in their place. And I found all of my supplies at Hobby Lobby. And I found these big snowflakes and some tiny snowflakes and some lights. And I got some chenille stems to use to make a candy cane. So these snowflakes are buttons. They have button shanks on them, so I am going to sew them on. So I'm just going to place them on here, place one big one and then some random smalls until I have a look I like, and then I will sew those on. After I started sewing them on, I realized that this package of snowflakes has a variety of different snowflakes in it, so I chose my favorite. I'm sewing on the embellishments after I have pressed the empty weaver's cloth to the back, but before I have attached the backing to the ornaments. And this way I won't have to worry about the iron on the buttons getting them too hot, and it's easy to sew them on, so I still have access to the back. So you can see how it looks without extra embellishments, just punching. And this one does have beads and adding embellishments. Now for this one, I've got these lights. I think I'm going to figure out which lights I like, what colors I want to use. I don't think I want to use the yellow. I think that blends in too much with the yellow of the Santa's coat. I think I'm going to use the red and green. I'm going to use some pearl cotton. It's DMC black number 8 for the string. I'm going to cut off a length of string that is way longer than I need, and I'm going to string one of the lights through, and I'm going to leave plenty of room here because I want to be able to put this around through the back, and I'm going to tie it on there where I want it to be. Then I'm going to string a red one next, but I won't be able to tie the red one where I want it to be, so I'm going to tie a knot in the string so it can't go past that point. And I'm going to do that a couple times to make the knot fairly thick. So the light is stationary. It'll be where I want it to be. Then I'm going to string the red light on. Then I'm going to tie a knot on this other side also so it will stay put. Okay, so that is secure in its spot now. So I want to decide how much further along I want the next one. Probably about there, so I'm going to do the same and just keep tying knots, positioning the lights where I want them. So I have the lights like I would like them now, and I've put the needle on one end of the thread, and I'm going to secure it on the back side onto this edge of weaver's cloth. Once I have that tied off on that side, I can arrange the lights and do the same on the opposite side. So the ones that hang down, they're fine the way they are, but I think I want one of them to be up, so I'm going to tack that in place so it will stay there. And I'm going to use a dark thread so it will be hidden in with this dark color. So I'm just going to come in from the back and I will stitch over this part of the light here just to hold it in place so it will stay up. Now you can see the difference between these two. And then finally I have this one, the candy cane one. So I'm going to use the same basic size as that. And then I'm going to make it a little bit longer because I'm going to twist, and then I'll make it smaller. Cut a length, and then I'm going to cut a second length equal, and then I will twist these two together. And then sometimes when you do that and it twists the two, they don't quite end up the same on the ends, so I'm going to trim them off so they match. I'm going to use white thread here and I will tack it on the white sections. You could do this same idea with other projects. I like to look for small elements that I can use in my punch needle projects in the miniature department of the stores, and in the jewelry department there's a lot of really neat charms. I've gotten a lantern charm before that I used on a Santa, and a globe charm also that I put on a different Santa. And also in the holiday section there's often a lot of neat crafts. I got all of these in the holiday section at Hobby Lobby. So there's those two. So now I just need to sew the backs on and add the ribbons for hanging, and these will be complete. I hope you found that helpful. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.